Okay, I think it should be on. Looks like it's on. Yeah, just checking OBS. Hey. Yeah, looks like it's good. Yeah, I guess let me know if the audio is wrong at all. It's actually kind of loud for me, but I don't think it's too loud for you. But yeah, let me know if it sounds okay. And then otherwise, yeah, I think I'm gonna work on. Some kind of enemy today. I kind of want to work on like a more complex enemy. Like in my previous streams, when I was doing the C# version, I was working on like smaller enemies that were kind of like one-off, simple behaviors, and I kind of want to try making a boss, like a Mega Man kind of boss. Awesome, thank you. Oh, hey, Brett. Yeah, so I'm gonna try like a Mega Man boss kind of thing, I think, but I don't really know where it's gonna go yet, or how hard it's gonna be, because I haven't coded something like that in a long time. Oh, hey. Yeah, definitely Discord is awesome. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna start, and then yeah, if people have questions or whatever. Oh, hey, Grayson. If people have questions, then I'll answer them as I go. I'm just gonna call this boss 1 for now. I'm gonna copy the crate entity. So right now I don't really have like, I mean, there's not really entities. These are just like, these files basically all they do is instantiate an object in the scene. So they're not actually like the entity itself. These classes are more like the entity metadata. Like, how do you create this entity, and like what does it look like in the editor, which is this preview. Which is why they're called types and not the actual like not like just entity or whatever. Let me get rid of, well, I won't get rid of all of this yet. I'm gonna quickly create a new with a player for reference. I'm just gonna create like a quick sprite for this object, even though I don't think I'm gonna just sprite this guy today. I think all I'm gonna do is like make a block for about the rough size that he should be, probably something around that. Maybe I'll put like a little frowny face on him, just so you know he's like an angry boss. There we go. Now you know he's like a grumpy boss. Yeah, super angry. Oh, and it needs a slice, because otherwise, I use the A-spray slices to like describe where the origins are. So like I drag a rectangle like this, and then, because I actually read the A-spray files directly from into the game. I think 48 is the one. Nope. Where did I make this arbitrary bottom of the sprite? Okay. Okay, there's that enemy, or the sprite. So then I'll call him boss 1. And then his previews boss 1. I'm actually gonna copy the player's bounds here for the editor, because it's basically the same as the player. Okay, I think I can. Oh wait, I have to add it to the list of entity types. Okay. Yeah, this boss is this is a grumpy boss. Okay, so there it is. So now he should show up in the game. Yeah, okay. So there he is. So okay, I actually don't even know what I want him to do yet. Yeah, I think what he's gonna do, I think he's gonna jump and stuff to start with. I'm kind of thinking like Mega Man kind of boss for this. So it's like you're gonna be in like a single size room with no scrolling, and then he's gonna be like jumping around and probably shooting some stuff, and then you'll just be trying to hit him. And I think he's always gonna be vulnerable. I don't really like when bosses have like stages where they're invincible for this and you just have to survive and then you hit them. I wanna try to make it so that you just like have to hit it as it goes. But yeah, I think it'll kind of hop. Or maybe, yeah, we'll see. I don't know yet. I haven't really thought about this at all yet. Actually, I guess to start, I can make a room for him. Did that work? Oh, that didn't work. Oh man. So I think this room should be exactly. This room should be exactly one screen size, I think. I need to make a rectangle tool for this editor, actually. This is really annoying. It's really hard to see, like... Okay. Actually, the other thing this is going to need is it's going to need like a boss door that closes behind you. Because it'll be something like this, but then there has to be something that closes so that you can't leave. Probably. I guess it could just not. It could just, maybe you can't just leave. Feels like you probably should be able to just leave, but... Okay, yeah, and this has no scrolling, so that's correct. I wonder what happens if I... Okay, that's a bug. Actually, it's not really a bug. You can like screen transition wherever, so it doesn't check. So, in this room, for now, even though I'm probably not gonna have this room here, I need to add some solids. So you can't like, whoops, I did not jump. Yeah, you can't get stuck in the wall. Oh hey Max, thanks. Yeah, exactly Grayson, exactly. Can you do the Mega Man boss room jump? I don't remember. Thanks. Yeah, I like the transitions that happen. I'm not sure how the palettes are gonna like look yet. I'm just like I kind of just threw colors together, so it's not like none of these colors are gonna like stick necessarily. But yeah, I like the idea of just having really simple palettes for it all. Oh yeah, when you jump through the transition, he does. Yeah, he stays like that. Yeah, it does. It does totally. I like that a lot. So that's definitely gonna stay. Right now, he just completely freezes. So your character, like all the update events, just stop completely, and everything gets turned off. So, and then he just slides into the room. So even if you can do stuff where you can like just land, and you can get like really funny frames sometimes when you screen transition. If I can get it, yeah, like that. It's kind of hard to see, but like everything turns off. So if he's like tweening or like squishing or whatever, he keeps the squish through the transition. Oh hey 4-bit. Hope you're doing well. Screen transition tech. I don't think there's going to be much screen transition tech. Like the most you can kind of do right now, because this game doesn't have a dash like Celeste or anything like that could be refilled. There is some stuff like you do get a boost when you go up vertically, like that, because otherwise you just like fall immediately back into the stream. Like if there wasn't any like boost, then it would just fall back right in. So you actually, when you screen transition vertically upwards, it does like an invisible jump, which gets you more height, and then you can also slash to get even more height. So there might be like some tech there that you can maybe do to like, yeah, but that's more, yeah, it's not really due to the screen transition necessarily. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be like, yeah, I don't know yet. Maybe if there's some kind of item, like I haven't figured out all the upgrades yet. I know there's like the sword throwing, which I did last time on stream, which you can like throw your sword. That's like one of the upgrades. And then another upgrade is you have the running boots, so you can start running. And then I haven't figured, there's gonna be 2 more, and I haven't figured them out yet. I kind of thought some kind of grappling hook might be cool, but I don't know. Hey Riley. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think a grappling hook thing could be cool, but I'm not really sure how it would work yet. So I don't know what the other 2 upgrades are going to be. I have to like brainstorm at some point and actually think about it. But I feel like some stuff with enemies would be cool, or things that help you fight enemies in cool ways, which I think the sword throwing can do. Like maybe this guy will even have states that you could be faster if you can sword throw. Like maybe he'll float up in the air a bit and like throw stuff at you, and then if you have sword throwing, you can actually hurt him while he's doing that, where otherwise it's kind of more difficult. They're also, this is unrelated to this character, but the sword throwing needs a lot of work still. Like there's no like, it's hard to tell kind of when you actually can throw your sword. So like if I hold it and let go too early, it just doesn't do anything. So I need some more indications for that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think some kind of hook that like is only 4 directions or maybe 8 directions or something could be pretty cool. So it's like, it's still fairly restrictive, but it can do some cool stuff like, yeah, pull an enemy towards you, or like pull you to a ceiling or something. I'm not really sure yet. Something like that could be cool. So yeah, for this guy though, I guess I'll just set up some basic stuff. So it has a sprite. It needs a collider. Which, yeah. Yeah, flashy 3D map for this game. Definitely. Wait, I don't. My autocomplete isn't working. Make box, okay. Yeah, my IntelliSense is just currently gone. Okay. What does this take? It can jump to it, so it knows it exists. Okay, just a rectangle. Oh, thank you. That's why. Yeah, Grayson. Working with directions feels annoying when I'm trying to make games. How do you mean, like what? Like locked, like coordinate directions or whatever, or cardinal directions? No. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the Ogmo version that's online is pretty cool now. They edited a lot from the version that we have with Celeste, so they made it a lot better, which is awesome. Okay, so collider, and then this thing needs a hittable as well. I'm just gonna copy the crate's hittable for now, which isn't a good idea because it'll just instantly die. I don't want that. I do want reflection, I think. Reflex. Normal, I guess. Hit's done, and then on hit we'll figure out something else to do. Not this though. Just see if this actually exists. I feel like the hittable needs a collision box, does it not? How does the hittable know it? Oh, I think it needs the collider needs a type. Like the crate collider has a... Oh, it doesn't. Okay, I have to look at that. I don't know how things know that they get hit. It's probably just based on their only collider. Looks like I can hit this guy now. Down being positive always hurts me. Yeah, I really like down being positive. It makes way more sense in my head, just because like rendering is down. I don't know, I mean it doesn't. Yeah, ultimately it's like arbitrary. But yeah, in 3D I like. No, actually I like negative being up in 3D too. It just I think it's just the way I've always done it since I was like literally 10 years old, starting with like Game Maker and stuff like that. So I'm just super used to just increasing going down and increasing going right. So yeah, but it is arbitrary. Yeah, the sword collider is always there, just sits around. I don't turn it off, so it's just always on. It just doesn't inflict any damage unless it's like during the attack state. So it's just like sitting there always. Which is kind of funny when you're like have colliders turned on and are running around. Okay. So yeah, I need to actually code states for this thing. So a lot of the other objects, they don't even have custom components. Like the crate has no custom components. It just creates like a collider and a hittable, and then when you hit the hittable, it like explodes. So that object's really easy. But this boss is actually going to need its own custom behavior for its own custom component for its behavior rather. So I'm going to create a new component called like boss1. We'll just call it boss1. That's fine. I'll copy the player component even though it's gigantic. Yeah, okay. Should be fine. Yeah, that's generally what I do is basically have an enum for directions and stuff. In this game, I don't have an enum. Well, actually, I do for facing left and right. So I think I have an enum somewhere in here. Yeah, facing. And I have this one for facing left and right, which is secretly just an integer, but it makes sure the integer can only be -1 or +1. This should actually include... Normally you shouldn't use namespaces like that in H files, but this namespace is used everywhere in the entire project and I don't care. So I'm doing it. Okay. I'm just going to copy the player notation as well and then just delete it all. Whoops. Yeah, yeah, I needed a name for it. It wasn't called blah until I put it on GitHub because for this project it was just like called engine. So I just needed to make a name for it, and I was really lazy, so I just called it blah. And then I re-added it back to this after I like pulled it out for the GitHub. So yeah, actually the engine for this is on GitHub now, on my GitHub, this stuff. The actual game and editor is not public yet. I'd like to at some point, but probably not till the game's actually done because it's just like in this constant state of changing and getting stuff thrown around, and I don't want to like put that all up there yet. But the engine stuff is all on GitHub now. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to think about what this boss does because I haven't really thought about this at all. I was planning on working on this a little bit between my last stream and this stream, but I didn't have a chance to. But I was planning on like, okay, thinking about this boss a bit more, but I didn't. So now I have to actually decide what it's going to do. So I think I wanted to shoot projectiles at you a bit. I think I also wanted to like slam down into the ground and probably send shockwaves out. And then like after that, you have a few moments to hit it. So I'm probably not going to get this boss like close to being done on stream today because it's going to take me more than 2 hours, and I think I'm only going to stream for about 2 hours. But realistically, I think I'll start with just like setting it up, figuring out its basic states, and then I'll just code state like one state after the other. I think I'll probably start with a state where it just flies around in the sea, like up in the air, and in theory will shoot stuff, but it won't yet. And then I'll make it do a state where it like crashes down into the ground and it sends shockwaves out. And I think I'll try to implement the shockwaves today. It would be sweet if it could modify the tiles, so the actual tiles like wave, but I might not have time to do that right now. But that would be cool. For now, what I'll probably do is just have like a visual sprite. Maybe even just this sprite, this landing sprite. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. I need to get a. Oh, I need to add this component to the list of. Oh wait, no, I don't. I don't need to. But I do need to add this component to the entity object. So this thing has to include boss1, and then it has to add. Cool, see you later, Grayson. Oh yeah, thanks for putting the link in there. Okay. Yep, okay, so this needs to have an update loop, which I think is implemented in components by default. I think I just put it in every single component. Yep, it has update, awaken, destroyed. So this will want all those. And then I want to implement these. So I am going to have a state machine for this boss as well. And by state machine, I mean a big if statement or a switch statement. So I'll probably have, yeah. I cannot type. I guess this could be enum actually. Yes, exactly. I'll wake up state, and then I'll have an air state, and then I'll have a slam state, I'll just call it for now. And then it'll just loop through those for now until I add other stuff. I guess it'll need a dead state where it actually dies. So something that's different about this game is that, I mean, we'll see how this goes, is like I'm used to coding in C#. I haven't coded very much enemy behavior in C++ before. So usually in C# I use IEnumerators for everything. So I would totally, like a lot of these states would be completely driven by IEnumerators, which I am not going to do in this one because this is a C++ and C++ doesn't have IEnumerators unless you do a bunch of janky stuff to get them in there. So I'm basically just going to use timers instead to do the same kind of behavior. But I'm not used to writing stuff that way, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so in the update we want to do a switch statement. At some point I might want to actually make some kind of state machine thing, because it'd be useful to have some kind of timer system built in. What I do for the player is, like, when the player switches state, it just tracks what the previous state was, and if the state has changed since its last frame, then it like restarts a timer so that every state has like a timer of how long it's been running for, which is really useful for simple things of like after 0.25 seconds you get your attack back or whatever. So this thing's gonna have wake up state, state. Why do I use M before? I don't do this in other languages. This is, I purely do this in C++. I don't do this in C# or anything else. But I use it for like a member variable. So I only use it for privates and I use it for member variables. And the reason I do this is because I have a pattern a lot where I'll make a private variable called state like this. And then oftentimes I'll want a getter for it. So I'll write something like states state. Return M state. And in most other languages, I would just use a getter. Like in C#, well, I can't do this because this is private, but in theory, I would do something like this. In C#, I would never write it like this because I would just have an actual getter that is private. So like in C#, you do something like public, you know, states, state, and then you have like a getter for it, get, which could be public, and then a private setter or something like that. So there's no reason to have the variables different. In C++, though, you can't have variable names that share method names, so they have to have a different name here. I could instead name this like get state and then call this just state. But I like the variable name like being like the public accessor, the public way to get that variable being what it's actually called and not like get whatever. So yeah, I just go with this pattern. So M state means it's like a member, a private variable, and then that way I can have getters for them in C++ really easily. But yeah, I'm not like, I might change how I structure code in the future, but yeah, that's kind of what I just like fell into with C++. I wish that C++ had getters and setters. I think that would be sweet, like C# does, because then it would avoid that pattern completely. Yeah, it's totally like an underscore. I've seen a lot of people do it like that. I've seen a lot of people just not even do anything, and then instead they use like the states, like they use like a get state or whatever that returns the state, which is totally valid too. I don't think there's like a correct way. It's just like whatever you find easiest. Okay, and then I want a timer. Start with 0. Then here we're going to say like if m Yeah, C++ is a lot of stuff that I'm like, man, given the fact that it's been around for so long and like other languages got a lot of these features like 15 years ago, like C#, like it feels like they could have, in C++ 11 or C++ 17 or C++ 20 introduced like some better like class method stuff. It'd be really sweet. Like getters would be really awesome. And I don't feel like that complicated to add, but I mean, I don't know, I guess. But it seems like it'd be really cool. But yeah, I mean, I think it'd also be really cool if C++ didn't have header files, because header files are super annoying and include stuff is super annoying. But I mean, that's like, at that point, that's like pretty stuck in the language. I guess with C++ 20, they're going to try to fix that, which sounds cool. Or add an alternative at least. Yeah, I think definitely a downside of getters and setters is that you don't know, what they're doing. Like they could just be a variable, they could just actually be a setter, or they could be running like 1,000 lines of code that open files or something. But I feel like that's like, at that point, that's up to the author of being like, like, hey, you're, don't like, make a web query inside your getter or whatever. But yeah, it does mean it's harder to tell. But I mean, in C++, everything's already hard to tell. But what anything is, yeah, Nim seems really cool. There's a lot of really cool languages coming out. I mean, like Rust and Nim, and so on, that like seem really cool, that do a lot of really sweet stuff. And I think we're just gonna see more of that, especially with like how powerful and like easy to use LLVM is. I think we'll see a lot more like really cool languages. I'd love to see more languages that are just like don't have garbage collectors and just let you do what you want with memory, but are actually modern and nice to use. Because I mean, C++ is okay, but it has a lot of ugly stuff. Okay, I'll move this distro to here. Okay, so this is running the different states. So the wake up state, I think we're going to say, this is where like in C#, an IEnumerator would be so nice, because I want to say like, okay, wait till the player gets close to you, and then you wake up. And for that, it would be so easy, because I'd just be like, well, player, like, I'd have some function, but like, well, player is not close, yield turn, null, and then you can just step, and now the player is close here, so you can start the next bit of code. Whereas now I'm gonna have to do something more complicated, where like, it's gonna have to store a local state, like in the object, which I guess this is where like an actual state machine that had like classes per state would be useful, because then you could have like the local state of the state inside like a container. But for this, I think I'm just gonna go with it. I think for the player, I had some code that was kind of handy for tracking the. Oh, I called it state duration here. Instead of state timer. Oh yeah, I had this on time function, which is useful. For like getting specific moments. That's cool. I didn't know Nim didn't have or like has an optional garbage collector. That's interesting. Okay. So for now, I'm just gonna say like, we're gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for the player to get close. I'm just gonna wait a certain amount of time. So wait 1 second. And And then after that, and then for like, then we're gonna shake, I think. I'm just gonna make him shake, and then he's gonna lift up. Which I guess, yeah, I could have another animation here. To our lovely. This one. Okay, so waiting 1 second, and then what? Yeah, I think then we'll shake a bit. So what's it called? Animate. Oh, this is a function. I might need to include animator. I think I should actually get rid of a lot of this stuff. A lot of these includes from the player, which this thing does not need. Although I need camera and stuff. Okay. Okay, that'll make him shake for like a little bit, and then we'll wait a bit more. I don't really need else statements for these, but I'm doing anyways to make it read better for me. And then we'll shake again. And then at this point we'll wake up. Oops. I keep forgetting what the jump button is. So I just like walk off the cliff. Is it gonna work at all? It looks like it's doing absolutely nothing, so that's cool and weird. So what's going on? Oh, I never increment the timer. That's a problem. Yeah, sweet. So, wait, why does it keep doing it? You should go to the air state after that. Oh, because I'm resetting the state. Oh, and yeah, I'm totally hard coding like this entire game. Like, I don't care. Yeah, it depends on the size of the game. Like this game, like with just me working on it and stuff, for the most part, like it's so much easier to just hard code everything, and yeah, it gives me way better control over the states and feeling it and everything. If this game got to a certain size, then yeah, some kind of data-driven thing at some point would make more sense. And some kind of proper like action thing. I almost want to build some kind of action thing just for this, because it's like I don't like this timer stuff. Like I want to have some kind of better control over like do this thing, and then after this amount of time or until this event happens, do this thing, and like that's what it like. I mean, some kind of state machine that actually has proper like events. An event system would be really sweet, because this is gonna get ugly and like just hard to read really fast. But for now it works. Like I think I'm gonna make a bunch of assumptions here with how this object works. Like I think it's gonna assume that it's created in the center of the room and use its like starting point as the starting point as like how it knows where in the room it can move and stuff like that. Which I don't know if I just messed that up or not. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, makes me here. Nice, yeah. Lua seems like a good call. I'm using Lua in another project right now for like cutscenes, and that seems really nice. So yeah, I could see it working really well for this too, like enemy behavior and stuff like that. Because yeah, having coroutines is just nice, and the lack of them in C++. I could write like I could write a system around it, but I don't know. Like actually, I could have yeah, I could do something. But for now, I'm just gonna do this. Do I plan on using this engine for any commercial projects? Maybe. Yeah, hard to say yet. I mean, I might end up making this a commercial project if it like gets far enough along and finished or whatever. I'd still like to release the source code even if I do make this as like a commercial thing. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. It's hard to say. I definitely won't ever make the engine commercial or anything. It'll always just be on GitHub. I think I want to wait until the player gets close. So, or maybe until you attack it even. Maybe it'll just wait until it gets hit. I'm gonna do that for now. Oh, I'm not. Okay, okay. I think I want the reflection to be... Oh, I don't think I even implemented reflection yet. Or like, not reflection, like when you hit an object, it should make you bounce off of it. And I don't think that's even in here at all. Yeah, like I don't get bounced at all. So I might implement that now quickly because I actually want to see what, like I want to say that when you hit certain things, you bounce off of them. And I want that to be the case here because it feels weird without it. But I guess I did not implement that from the C# version. Which, yeah, on damage, it just shakes the camera, but you don't get any feedback, which I don't like. Let's see. Player? Yeah, I want the player. Sorry, I'm just taking a while to look at what I'm actually doing. So slash routine. Oh no, it's not here. It's on damage. There's like some kind of event on damage. Okay, yeah, this is what I want. So I just want to steal this and put it into my C++ code. Although now I'm converting it from C# to C++. So I think I got the, yeah, I have the hittable. So the hittable, I might need to import the hittable actually. It's like another slightly annoying thing with C++ is it's like C#, like everything that's in the namespace or in the project is like immediately like always in your files. You have to like, include them or whatever. Whereas it's not true in C++. Yeah, that's what I found with like, I mean, that's why I switched to C++ was like, I don't know, I mean, I love C#. C# was my favorite language by far, but like, I just got really tired of constantly fighting the garbage collector. And like, I would fight it like it's weird because like in C++ you're like, well, you have to worry about memory, you have to do all your own memory management and stuff like that. And like, honestly, I haven't found it that bad. Like I was expecting it to be way worse, but like at the end of the day, the amount that I was doing in C# to make things not run the GC, I was worrying about memory. It felt like more in C# because I was like, okay, this allocates memory, so try to avoid it in like update heavy loops or whatever. And like constantly thinking about like, does this allocate? And like in C++, I'm just like, I don't care. Like I use it and I delete it and it's gone. And I don't have to think about like, you know, constantly like, am I gonna like run into GC issues here? So that has been really nice. Where does I get this push direction from? Oh, it's like in. Oh, I see. Okay. It's just like not. How many programming languages do I know? How many? I mean, it depends on like how like. Yeah, to what degree? I can program. I know C# very well. I know C++ like okay. I can code in it like right now. I know C also, because C and C++ are like the same almost, in a lot of ways. I know JavaScript pretty well. Less now. I haven't been using JavaScript as much as I used to. Like I used to use JavaScript a lot because I used to do web development as like my paid thing. So like even during Celeste development, I was doing web dev to pay for rent and stuff like that. So I was doing a lot of JavaScript. I used to make Flash games. So I made a bunch of Flash games for like Adult Swim and stuff like that. Yeah, so I know AS3. So I guess like AS3, C++, C#, JavaScript, and then like I know other languages enough to like I can read. You get to a point where you can read most languages and kind of understand the flow of what they're doing, as long as their syntax is kind of normalish. But like a lot of stuff follows like C style syntax, so like things like Rust and whatever, it's like, you know, you can understand them. Why doesn't it like... Oh, I don't have a reference to my things on damager. Oh, and that's why I don't have mover either. Okay, I was like, why? I could make this function... I could make this function capture that stuff. Actually, I do need to make it capture. So I need to make this function capture state here. Sorry, I'm just like converting this old C# code to C++. Yeah, that's the thing with like game dev is there's not a lot of questions of like when do things get deleted and like what is the lifespan of this object, because like you know the game, like you know everything so well, and yeah, so it's really easy to be like, well, you know, these objects will exist in the scene until the scene is over and then they're gone. So it's like really simple. So like what I'm doing for this game is I just pool all the components and all the entities are just pooled, recycled objects. So just like it has a list of each type of object. So like each type of component and each type of component, it just has like big pools for all of them. And then when you ask for a new one, it just like gives you like one in the list. And then when you're done with it, like when it gets destroyed, it just like marks it as deleted from the list and then can be reused again. So like, yeah, it makes it really easy to just like, there's no garbage at all. It just runs just reuses components. I mean, I guess this creates, well, nothing creates garbage because it's C++, but like this will allocate memory because it's capturing this lambda. So every time you like slash your sort, it's going to be creating a little bit of like memory and then deleting it. But since it's C++, it doesn't matter because it just deletes it when it's done with it. But it's like hard to even untrain my brain to not think about like whether stuff is allocating or not. Yeah, it matters a bit. Like you don't want to like be allocating stuff all the time, constantly, because it's not a fast operation to allocate, but it just matters so much less. What did I call this? Oh, just mix it up. Keep a separate list of components per room. No, it's I have a separate list per world, and in this case, a world is like all the rooms. So like when I run the game again, like if in the editor, I actually don't know if this is compiled. Okay, compiled. Like when I hit like F5 here in the editor, and it runs like every single time I do this, it's like recreating a new world, and that is allocating like the new lists for every single component type and stuff like that. But like once you're in here and I like transition between rooms, it's the same list of components and everything. So it'll like load the new ones in, the old ones will get discarded. But they're not actually discarded, they're just in a big flat list. So like it just marks certain ones as deleted, and then when it requests new ones, it just like, you know, can pick and choose those ones. I think I just have it. My code for this is kind of like ugly right now because it's just like a big world. I have it all written in this like one file, which is kind of a mess. But yeah, I think it's in here somewhere. Like if I look at my world class, yeah, it has component list and component list of. So component list of is like the typed list. So it has a list of, and this is my custom list class, which is basically a vector. This is equivalent to ST vector. I just had my own. I was relearning C++ and I wanted to write like a list container, so I just wrote my own. And then yeah, so the world just has a list of those. Yeah, and when it's created, it like when the world is created, it creates those lists. Yeah. Do I have any automated setup for creating data structures for all the component types? Yeah, it's like kind of automated. I wish it could be more automated. I wish C++ had a way to like statically construct lists like at compile time. Like I know they have constant expression stuff, but I'd love it if I could like add to constant expression lists from multiple files. But anyways, whatever. Right now I'm just using a thing like if I go to my components, they have this thing called define component, which like defines basically a bunch of metadata about them, like their ID, their order, or whether they're updatable or not. And then in their implementation, when you implement the component, they have this thing called implement component, which calls a function which just assigns their ID and adds them to a list. And then when the world is created, it like creates lists for all the types. And then yeah, they just get assigned like an integer ID. So right now they're not guaranteed to have the same ID between compilations, which doesn't matter because I create all the components explicitly in code. But if you wanted to be able to create components with like save which components existed and stuff, you'd need to have some other system that could actually like store, like make their ID consistent between builds. Because right now if I add a new component, it could like get added in either before or after existing components. So the ID is only consistent between per build, but not between builds. But it doesn't matter for this game. But that's about as automatic as it gets for this. It doesn't have anything else regarding that. I think in C++ you probably need to get into like pre-built scripts that actually run code and like do setup for you. But I really didn't want that. So what was I doing? Oh right, I added the reflect stuff, which actually might work now. Yeah, that did work. So I can like slash this guy and get like tons of, that's like probably too much, but that's cool. I need to make the enemy or the boss's hurt box way smaller. So I don't actually know how the hurt box is working right now. I can close this old player. Because the damager, it looks like it's just like hitting, see if we recently hit this thing. Oh, okay, it's just trying to hit anything with a given mask. Oh, so I just didn't set this up yet. So the player, when it creates that damager, it's just like, what if the mask? I'm just using like, what is this? Oh, I'm just using my own mask? That's weird. So I need to add some masks because I want different ones for different things. I see. For the A-Sprite question, I also had to implement pixel blending. Do you do that all yourself? Do you incorporate some of the A-Sprite source code? So right now I don't implement anything besides the normal blending. Right now it would fail if you tried to load stuff that uses any, like I think A-Sprite has like 18 blend modes or something. I did not implement those. I only implemented the normal blend mode, or the default one. Where is it? A-Sprite. So yeah, so here I have like, I think, yeah. So if blend mode equals 0, I just do that blend mode, the default one, and then otherwise I say like I haven't implemented the other ones. So yeah, I never implemented other blend modes. Ideally, I mean I would, but yeah, I think that would require basically going through the A-Sprite source code, and I'm not sure what the licenses and all that, but I assume you could probably re-implement a lot of the code there. I assume there's just like a file that has them all in A-Sprite, but I don't actually know. But yeah, it would require, if you wanted to implement them all, you have to like either take the source code from there or rewrite it. But yeah, I don't know what the license of that would be or anything, but yeah, I just opted to only do the default one because for all my use cases, I never implement other blend modes. Yeah. So player, actually we want this to hit masks. Neutral and masks and neutral. And then this boss, I need to actually edit the crate also, because the crate doesn't even have any hit mask yet. So this needs to have a mask, default solid and masks, neutral. I can't ever remember how neutral is spelled. And then this thing has to have, so this is the solid collider. I need another collider called the curve or something. Yeah, so in that case, yeah, you probably just, I would honestly just like copy and paste the blend mode functions and then just, yeah, move them into Rust. That sounds like the most straightforward way to do it. Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, thanks for the link. But yeah, in my case, I just didn't do it, because I got there and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the normal one and move on. Okay. This should give it a proper hurt box now. It's different than its collider, because I want one for like walking into walls, and I want one for being hurt, which is the smaller one here. So that feels pretty good. I think the knockback might actually be too high now. Oh, that was weird. It might need to be higher, actually. Cool. Okay, and then I want him to wake up slightly faster. So yeah, this is where this timer thing sucks, because I want this to be lower and then they all have to be lower. So I'm 100% going to implement some kind of, yeah, I'm totally going to make some kind of system for this. I do not like this, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now. But I'm going to make some kind of event system because this is fucking annoying. Oops, wrong. also need to do something where like I need to start adding render layers or render depth soon, because like if I walk into this room later, this object is created after the player, so it renders in front of the player. But then if I play this room from the start, I am created after it, so I'm in front of it. So that needs to change. I need to add like depth and stuff, but I'm gonna not worry about that for now, because yeah, it's gonna be really easy to fix later. Oh, that's weird. Now it's behind. Huh. Okay, whatever. Oh, there's something really weird. Oh, what the? The sword is like different now. Huh. I feel like the sword was like different for like a little bit there. There might be something with like, I might have to be like clearing my state, because as I was talking about earlier, like my components are like all pooled. I feel like there might be some bugs with like state being shared between things. Like I bet actually if I wake this guy up and he's like awake and doing stuff, I bet if I... Oh no, he'll reset. Okay. Oh, because his constructor, he is like this. If this stuff wasn't set, it probably would be stored between ones. Actually, no, it wouldn't, because they get overridden. Never mind. Okay. This has been a pretty slow code day, but that's okay. Okay, so air state. So pick a side of the room. Man, I really want coroutines for this. But I think for now we'll just... I'm just making this thing fly up into the air. Oh, this should be from my current. Oh, no, that's correct. See how this looks. Doesn't do anything. Is air state called? State equals state air. Which state is it? Oh, I'm not doing anything. The position that I created. That'll do it. So now, still does nothing. What is state timer? I need to switch it up. Clang. I'm not sure. It seems like Visual Studio with Clang it doesn't inspect local variables as easily as when I'm using MSVC, which I mean makes sense because it's been set up for MSVC and whatever. Okay, so why is this not working like at all? Where are my locals? Why is nothing working? Oh, it's not even at this breakpoint. Okay, that makes sense. Let me continue a few times. And now it's like some other number, which means that I should be like getting -424, -131. Yeah, what? Huh. Maybe this Bezier function just doesn't work. I actually haven't looked at it the whole time. No, it's changing. Definitely did something. Oh, what is... Oh, it did... Oh, okay. What the hell? Oh, I already think I know something. I mean, okay, that's what I wanted it to do. But it's like not updating its sprite. I like cache all like the matrices and stuff like that. So for some reason, it's not updating its sprite or getting like the new matrix values. For some reason, I don't know why this one isn't, but like every other object is getting it, so that's weird. That might be some weird. Like it holds the entity value. I feel like it's an update order thing where like the mover, it's like being moved and then yeah, something weird. Huh. Okay, I mean that is interesting. Yeah, I feel like something funky is going on here. Okay. Yeah, so the animator is not changing because it doesn't think that the animator's position, like it like updates its matrix based on the entity's matrix, and it thinks the entity matrix is not changing, so it's like not updating its own matrix, which is like clearly wrong. This is gonna be kind of hard to tell because the player also has this stuff, so like. Yeah, so the way I detect when it changes is basically the entity transform has a stamp, like a timestamp basically. It's not really timestamp, it's just like every single time the entity is transformed, it increments this number. And then the animator is just like, hey, is the entity's value different than mine? If it is, then we set ourselves to that and then update our matrix. So the entity's transform never changes, our value is equal, and then it doesn't run this. So somehow at some point, like our value is not being updated. So you can see like right now, this is the player one, which is constantly changing, I think, which is like going up in numbers all the time. And this is the boss, which is like -1. It's like not moving, so it doesn't matter. Although it's weird here because our version is never, oh yeah, it's being set to 0, just like make itself different. Yeah. Yeah, 0. How did I get back to 0? See, it's weird because it's like, it think like, yeah, something weird. Like somehow this is being reset, which doesn't make any sense. I think this is constructed from the world anyways. Like when it creates a new entity, so it's a -1. Which is just like a crazy high number because it's a uint, but whatever. Huh. I might just ignore it for now, because I kind of want to work on the boss and not figure out why, like... Actually, okay, here, I can just... For now, I'll just always update the transform, and then I'll look into this more later, because that's weird. Yeah, now it'll work, because it's just like, it forces it to update every time, so that's cool. But I'll, yeah, figure out why that's weird at some point. Okay. So now it's going to shoot stuff in theory. I'm not going to code the shooting of stuff yet. So I think I'll just like leave that for now. And instead I'm going to make it just like fly. I think it'll like fly across the screen and shoot stuff. So it'll wait there a second. Fly across the screen. So I think in this, yeah, it's gonna like fly up to there, then it'll fly across the screen and shoot downwards towards the player probably, but I'm not gonna implement the shooting yet. I'm just gonna make it so that it like flies across the screen. So we need to pick another target. So 2 is gonna equal our, yeah, I guess I don't even, oh, I can just tell based on the origin position, so I just need a value for this because it's convenient. The same again here, although times 2, but here like this too, like that more. I could reuse this code, but I'm going to type it again. Slightly different. Okay, so now it should fly across the screen. So we fly up to a point, then we fly across the screen, and in theory we'll be shooting across when we do that. We're not gonna do that right now. And then I think we're gonna like hover over the player for a bit and then smash down on the screen. Cool, cool. Oh. That would be that. Huh, okay, something weird is going on. Why is it not like this? Fly from is my preposition, fly to is fly from plus. Seems right. Huh, I don't know what's going on here. Something weird is happening. So it flies up, that's all good, and then it just like immediately disappears. What is target? See, that seems wrong. What's our origin? Our origin is -425. Oh hey, yeah, coding's going well, and yeah, it is exactly 2:32. Good, yeah, time zone awareness. Something weird's happening. I don't know why. Fly to. This all seems normal. This is where like having debug stuff would actually be useful. Like if it was drawing where these points were. Fly from, fly to, anchor, fly from, fly to, divided by 2 plus. Oh, it's this value is completely messed up. Yeah, this is where I really think that I want to have state stuff. Some kind of event system, because this is going to be... Yeah, I'm just not used to coding this way, because I'm not used to C++ that much. Whoops. Okay, well, it worked, I think. Sweet, that worked. Yeah. Yeah, I think I really want this to be... add another thing called M to the counter. And then this will also get reset. I need a nicer way to like... Okay, when you switch to states. Okay, so this is gonna be if M state counter 0, fly to target. I'm just refactoring this a bit because this is already starting to be annoying. Target. And then have I been using Unity too? No, I have not been using Unity recently. I have in the past used Unity. I was using it a bit earlier this year, but this is all C++. And yeah, not Unity in this case. So this can actually just be if. That can go. Sorry, I'm just figuring all this stuff out here. Okay, and then this should all still work. I'm just like splitting it up into pieces better so that my timer variable doesn't get like huge and unwieldy. Okay, that didn't totally work, but oh, I think because the timer. Oh, that's actually easy. I can just do this. That's cool. So yeah, in theory it's going to shoot across the screen when it does this, I think. does not do yet. That's cool. Okay. I want this to be negative 64. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, I think what I'll do is probably automate some kind of thing for this system where it's just like incrementing a counter and a timer for each counter. Do I know any good state system to copy from? Not really. I mean, I'm just gonna probably write my own simple thing. It's not gonna be very complicated. Like, I'll either do lambdas for it or I'll do like some kind of just like easier, like, I could probably write it right now. It probably wouldn't take very long, but it would probably just be like some kind of state interval thing that's basically like, I think the API would be really simple, but I have some kind of like I don't know what to call it, but like state thing, and it would basically be like if state thing is 0, then do the first stuff, and then like state thing next, like if state thing dot at like 1.5 seconds, go to the next one, and then like if state thing at like 0.0f, like do stuff when you enter the state and like run some update code, and then here's the next. So it's basically this, just like cleaned up and into some kind of like simpler to read thing, and I don't have to like do this every single time. That's one option, which I think could work pretty well. Another option would be something that's like an actual proper state machine where it has like structs or classes for each state, and then it has like function calls for each one and like separates them that way. But I don't know, that seems like overkill for what I really want. What I want is something pretty simple. So I think I'll probably opt to do the simpler thing. Do I have other missions outside of XOK? I mean, yeah, mostly just working on XOK stuff right now. Like during my days, I'm just working on XOK. And then, yeah, just the side project in my spare time. And I wanted to start drawing again more. But otherwise, yeah, not really. I just want to keep making stuff. But yeah, like my like 9 to 5 stuff is all XOK right now. So that's like where the majority of my time and energy is going. And then this project is kind of just like what I do on weekends for fun, and like I do like streaming some game dev stuff, and I can't stream XOK right now, and I do like, you know, like having some open source stuff. So this is just a nice way to kind of like work on some stuff on the side and have it be, I can tweet about it and show it and stuff. But yeah, the XOK stuff is like where most of my energy is going right now, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to share it once we have a thing that we can share. Okay. And now it's gonna like hover over the player, I think. So I think we're just gonna wait a bit again. Yeah, I think like one good way to do that would be having like basically a stack of lambdas, right? So you'd have some kind of like thing that's like events, and you say like put like add, and you'd say like then it would be a lambda that has a return, and when the return is like true or the return is some time, then it would go to the next state. So yeah, you do some kind of like lambda thing. You could actually do it all in line. I could totally something work really nicely like this, where you like have a bunch of lambdas, that's like this. I don't like that it's that, and then you could be like, okay, like in this lambda we move from A to B, and then when this one's done, you return like some value so it knows that it's over. And then you could add another event that does something else, and then it would just like go through those and like iterate through that stack or that list, I guess, and then run all those events. And I think that would be a really nice way to do it. If I was it, yeah, that would be probably nicer long term, something like that, because it's just more explicit, it's easier to read. But yeah, I haven't set anything like that up yet, so, and I don't really feel like doing it right now. But I think you're right. I think long term I'll probably do something, if not with lambdas, but some kind of thing like that, or something like I was talking about earlier, where it actually has a bit more easy state control. Because yeah, and then at the end you do like events.run or something, something like that. Does this thing have a mover? Did I add a mover to it? I don't actually want it to have a mover because it might need it for the end, I guess, but yeah, for now it doesn't need one. I don't know what the difference between when I have a get component and a get function. It's a component value from. Oh, I see what that is. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Because yeah, I don't really love how this is turning out. I'm basically trying to code like C# I enumerators, but in C++ without I enumerators. So it ends up with, this is kind of, yeah. There's definitely nicer ways to do this. I'm just wanting to prototype this out right now. I think probably between streams I'll write something nicer and convert that to this, or convert this to that. Okay, that's way too slow. but so this needs to be like 24. So this is where it'll shoot across the stage, and then now it's okay. Yeah. I think that final part needs to just last longer. Basically, the idea is it's gonna like follow the player, and then yeah. I just use the last like 2 seconds probably. It's hard to say. And then I think this needs some speed. So then when you enter this state, this really doesn't need to be a vector 2. Whoops. This can just, oh my god, I think my mouse battery's dying. This can just be, yeah, that's a good idea. Make it random. I like that idea. I'll try that in a second. It needs to be like a minimum time, but yeah, here I'll try that right now. Slam delay. Slam delays. And float. So probably minimum will be like 1.8 seconds, and then the maximum will be like 3 seconds. Sounds about right. Okay, and then so that should do that. Now this should be higher, and then here I'm gonna keep moving it based on its speed. Actually, whoops! Oh my god. Copy this. That means I just added some speed so that it wasn't like static, like moving. It's just gonna like kind of have a bit of flow to it, which I think will be better. It might totally screw up, but so it'll come across, it'll shoot a bunch, and now it'll like try to like hover over you, and then it'll slam down. So that's, I haven't done the slam down part, but that's the next step. So we attack, and it flies up there, and in theory you could be hitting it while it's doing this, if you're good enough. Or, yeah, that's cool. Okay, I like that. That's cool. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna take a really quick break. I'm just gonna grab some more water, and then I'll be back, and I'm gonna code the slam state next. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes as I just, yeah, get some water and stuff. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna code the slam state, and then I want to work on a few more things. Like I want to so that when you attack stuff, it has more like when you throw the sword into this guy, the sword doesn't have any kind of reaction. So I want the sword throwing to have more reaction when it hits certain things. You can't even tell that it hit it. It should reflect off. So I think it should stop there. So I'll do that, and I'll do the slam state, and then I'll probably call it. But I'll probably stream for like another 45 minutes or so. But yeah, I'm just gonna grab some water, and then I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, stay hydrated, everybody. See if we have any good project there. Yeah, if you're working on stuff, feel free to share it. I'm cool with that. Okay. Just gonna test this again. So we can think about it a bit more. Yeah, I think his hurt box is actually too small. I made it too small. I was like, it would be cool if it was small, but I want to be able to hit it. And I think I'm gonna probably change a lot of this code to be, like right now it's kind of tweening everywhere, but I probably want to make it so that when you hit it, it like pushes him a bit. Sorry, I'm clicking on links to see what people are working on. Oh, that's cool. Physics from C# using bindings generated from Clang. Supposed to C drop. Oh, that's cool. That physics thing seems really cool. And nice, some Pico 8 mods. I find it really awesome how many people are modding Pico 8. Like I wasn't expecting that. So all the Pico 8 mods are really cool. Learning C++, nice. Yeah, I learned C++ like years ago, and I made like a small game framework thing in it, and then yeah, I left it for C#, and now I'm relearning it again. Okay. What do I want to do? I want to make the slime state. Well, yeah. At some point, I want to make it so that when you hit this enemy, it kind of like pushes them a bit. And I think for that, I need to get rid of these tweens. Like these should not be tweens at the end of the day. They should be like, he should actually be moving there with velocity and stuff. And then that way, when you hit him, it'll like push him, and you'll still try to get to where he's going. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as is. Yeah. You could move towards it even faster, maybe. As long as this speed value is good. Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed something. Sorry, I meant lerp Bezier. Is it a quadratic spline? Oh, for the enemy right now? This Bezier, it's a vector 2 Bezier, so it's a really simple Bezier function that's just like lerps between the 2 points and an anchor, so it just kind of goes like that between the 2 endpoints and an anchor, if that's what you're asking. That's all it is. Oh, and then the actual interpolation is a cube in out. So it's doing a Bezier lerp with a cube in out. So yeah. Yeah, I think the lerp with the 2 lerps aside should just work. I think you can keep doing it too for more points, but yeah, I'm kind of, I never learned that stuff very well, so I don't totally know. I should look up the algorithm because I don't know it. I think this lerp function was written by Maddie. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I even wrote it. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. I was looking for it in my. Oh, it's in vector 2. Yeah. Okay. So slamming down. Slam state. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna slam it into the ground. How do I want to do this? I think I'm just gonna make it move down, like. Oh, I need to know my collider. I could find this through the entity, but the object actually has multiple colliders. It has like this hurt collider and it has other colliders, so I need to know explicitly the collider for collisions. Oh, I want to make this hurt collider bigger too. I don't like how small it was. Yes. I think I need to have a mover for this. Yeah, I should add, okay, I need to add a moving. I have this thing, I'm not even using it for this object, but I should be, called a mover that like deals with all the collision and movement and stuff, so I'm just gonna add it. And then we have that done. This will handle all the movement, which is gonna be nice. And we do want it to resolve collisions and everything, so that's good. And then I can get rid of the speed variable because it's going to be doing it automatically. And instead of saying speed, we'll do mover. is going to be happening automatically. Same for here. That'll happen automatically, and then here we set it to 0. Okay, that's all good. So then mover speed. Oh, I need to get mover. I could start the mover as well instead of getting every frame, but I don't really care. Cool. So is there a way to see like if I'm on the ground? Oh yeah, on ground. Or at least once we're on the ground. Okay, I'm actually gonna automate this too, because this is getting annoying. Set this timer all the time. But yeah, this is I don't love this code, so this is gonna change eventually. But that'll automate all this stuff. So now I can just say this. It doesn't have to do that. Now this can actually, I fixed this other bug. Okay, that cleaned up some of that in there. Hello. I'm kind of just like stealing and copying and pasting code from other objects right now. I need to split right out here. I think. Why does this not? Oh, oops. across the shooting, which doesn't do yet. And it moves over me, slams down, and I want to add some hit stun here, and I want to add some screen shake. Okay. That screen shake needs to be more intense. That was not nearly enough screen shake for my sensibilities. Okay. That was better. Cool. Yeah, time pause for blocks the whole program. It's almost equivalent to a thread sleep. It's not quite a thread sleep because it still updates certain things, but it's still like still rendering and stuff. But yeah, it sleeps the thread for basically however long I say, which yeah, I like a lot for like hit impacts and like certain things, and I think it'll work well in this case. But yeah, it's not actually a thread sleep because yeah, it still renders, it still updates input, it still updates certain things, but the game update loop stops, which I like. Okay, that was cool. Excuse me. It's actually not in another thread. Yeah, I shouldn't say it's it's. I'll just show you. If I go to app CPP, it basically this is the update loop, this is the update loop, this code, and it includes the renderer code and then the actual update, which is like a fixed frame rate update. But yeah, it basically says here while it's iterating through or looping over the update, like if the time pause for is larger than 0, it decreases that and then continues and doesn't run the actual game update. And then once that pause timer is less than or equal to 0, it will start updating the game again. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, you could scale the delta time. I'm not scaling it in this case. I'm actually just skipping updates. But you could scale delta time. I don't like scaling delta time to 0 because it can introduce, like if I ever divide anything by delta time and delta time is 0, it can break everything. So I never actually set the delta time actually to 0 because I don't do it often, but if I had a for loop that was like or I did it in C# a lot, maybe I won't do it in C++, but I divided by delta time a lot in C# because you can do like 10.0f divided by time delta, and then that means that like timer plus equals, like that'll take 10 seconds. Really? I think so. Anyways, yeah. No, it won't. Why did I use that? I don't know why I did that in C# all the time. There was some reason why I was dividing by delta time. I don't remember why. But yeah, so for that reason I don't put delta time to 0 ever. But I might actually never divide by delta time in C++. Yeah, it doesn't do a true like block. It doesn't actually stop the thread and sleep everything. It just like skips the update loop for those updates. So everything else is running. The game is still thinking it's running, but it just doesn't receive the update event. Okay, so now I think we're just gonna wait. So for now, as a test, I'll just go back to the error state. I'm not going to go back to the error state normally here. I want to do some more stuff before it does that. So like right now, yeah, it's like, it's just going to go immediately back to the error state, but I don't want it to. Now it's just doing the same thing, but it's good for testing anyways. I think I want... Oh, I see. I'm just setting to 3 here. Okay. I'm just gonna make. I wanted that one to be slower, so I'm just making it so that independent, like the speed at which it tweets up into the air is like dependent on how far away it is from where it's going to. Like, that was wrong because I divided it by the wrong way. It should have been divided by like 50. Yeah, same one as before. It doesn't have a name yet. I mean, the exe is called Lone Tower, but that's not what it's going to be called. That feels like it might be too slow now. We'll see. This number is going to change because like it's going to be shooting as it flies across like that, so it's not going to. It's hard for me to tell like how fast that should be right now because it's going to change depending on like how often it's shooting and stuff. Oh, that collider is really weird now. -2. Oh, I did this the wrong way. Whenever I changed that. -4, it should be -6. Yeah, the music right now is not done by Liam. Right now it's just a playlist, but Liam will be doing the music when we actually put the music in. He's written actually a bunch of songs for it, which are really cool sounding, but I haven't put them back into the game yet because I haven't hooked the Fmod to this version. But yeah, he's gonna do all the music, and he's gonna, once we have level design a bit further along, he's gonna work on level design and some character stuff. So I'm doing all the coding and the art and stuff, and then he's gonna be working on all the music and a bunch of writing stuff and some level design. Okay. So the style of the songs, they're a little bit chiptune-y. Like they have chiptune elements, but they're not explicitly chiptune-y. But yeah, they're kind of chiptune mixed with like orchestral stuff. It's kind of cool. It's like this kind of big orchestral sounding thing, but then with chiptune layered in. It sounds really cool. Maybe next stream I'll try to share some of it. I don't think I have the ability to share it right now, but I'll play some of it next time. Maybe I'll try to hook up Fmod or some like audio playing stuff in between the next stream. So yeah, it's a really cool combo. It sounds really cool. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. How many obstacles? Yeah, chip tunes are sweet. I love chip tunes. Okay, so that should not do that. I don't understand why in C++ you need to have a 0 there. Like, why can't I just type 400F? Like, why does it be 400 point, or, you know, I need to have the decimal. It seems weird to me. I mean, I don't even need to write. Like, in this case, I actually don't need to write that it's a floating point number, because it'll convert it automatically from an integer, or like implicitly know it. But why? Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, I could just switch to doubles also and forget about the floating points completely, but all my rendering is in floating points, so it's easier to just keep it consistent. Wow. Okay, goodbye. He had somewhere to be. What the fuck? I guess I made these numbers like way too much. Yeah, that guy was like, had enough of this. He was fucking sick of my shit, I guess. I should start this guy in the slam state now because I don't care about this other state. Okay, that's closer to what I wanted, but it's a bit too much. Bit too much. As like, or rather not enough, I guess, because it's not going high enough. Wait, no, I need to switch states. Switch, stop, switch states. Default state is going to be slime. What happened was I made his acceleration much too high, and he flew into space. Okay, this is like pretty scary. He needs to wait a bit. Yeah, this is where it might just go to number, and then I just do. There we go. And I will wait a little bit. That seems right. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Oh yeah, he needs to, right here he needs that friction. Because he's like skating around. Okay. Okay, cool. So there's one thing that was like these other slams, they need to be smaller. Like they're a little bit too big right now because this is too much now. It should be like that. Because the first slam is going to send out a shockwave that you have to like jump over, and then these other ones he's just moving towards you, so they're not going to have. So yeah, that's better. So the first one's like really strong, and then the rest of them are like this. Now I just need a counter for. There's a bunch of stuff here that I should be abstracting out. Like you should just have a bool for whether it's shaking, because I keep copying and pasting this like 3 lines of code, which is dumb. I don't want to copy that. I don't know why I copied that. Okay, so this is getting it's into something anyways. Counters and timers. Yeah, he shouldn't slide across the ground. I think he shouldn't slide across the ground anymore. Yeah, okay, that's better. Oh, it's still going. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Oh, goodbye. Okay, that's feeling pretty good actually. I mean, I can't really, he's not hurting me yet. And in theory, like I'll be trying to hurt him, I guess, when this is happening, but ow. Oh, his hitboxes are still all. Oh, his sprite doesn't get. His sprite is wrong. It's not his hitbox that's wrong. So here he needs to set his sprite to 0. I have to shake him. I'm like offsetting his sprite, and then like he's either going to -1 or +1 with his X position of the sprite. But I wasn't setting it back to 0, so then it was wrong. Oops. I don't know if when I full screen shows up on stream. Yeah, it seems like it breaks the stream. Okay. Cool. So now I want to do a shockwave. Then I think after the shockwave, I'll probably call this stream. Sorry, I'm thinking about how I want to do this. Yeah, I think, okay. Let's see. I might just use this. Well, this isn't great. Well, okay, I'm gonna use this for now. So, how do I want to do this? Okay, I think I want to make it so that, yeah, when it slams down with this big slam, I want to send it a shockwave thing. Man, this would be so much easier with my enumerators in C#. Oh wait, his starting state is not. I'm gonna try doing this straight up again. Oops, I forgot. If I full screen for some reason, it like, yeah, it doesn't show up on the stream. That's weird. I think this is gonna be too hard, probably. Like he gets right on top of you. Probably too much. But we'll see, we'll see. For now, I'm gonna create a shockwave thing, which, yeah, I feel like it would be nice if I could do it from here, but there should always be a camera component, but I'm just playing safe. Okay, I think I'm just gonna create these. Yeah, okay, I think I know what I'll do. So here I'll go -0, -110, plus. What is this thing called? Jump. Okay. And then it just plays something called anim. Okay. Okay, so basically I'm making this thing. Oops, that is a semicolon. Let's just see how this looks. This might not work at all. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I mean, it's not gonna hurt me or anything, but it should slam down and it should create like a shockwave-ish thing. It's not gonna look great, but yeah, okay, it did something. I mean, I'm just reusing an existing sprite, but I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, so, okay, I need to redo the sprite. It needs a way better sprite because it's hard to kind of read what's happening there. And like, it looks gigantic, but like, yeah, I think this boss is gonna work. I'm gonna add another state where it does a third thing and probably some more variation so it doesn't do exactly like the same routine over and over again. Because right now it's like very like, it's completely deterministic. So it's like, does this, then does this, then does this. So at some point I'll probably switch it up a bit, maybe based on like how you're attacking it. And then it'd be sweet to have something that's like, oh, if it gets below a certain amount of health, it does X, Y, or Z or whatever. The other thing is that right now those are a set distance. It should go until it gets to the edges of the room, but to do that I need a bunch of other like special stuff, like figuring out the size of the room, which I need to know anyways. Yeah. What happens when it hits the wall? Yeah, I think right now when it hits the wall, I'll just test it. But if it hits a wall, it'll just go through it right now because it's not doing anything, like it's not figuring out like how far away the wall is, so it does need to know. Yeah, it just goes through the wall. So it needs to know how far away the walls are because I want it to go the whole length of the room. So you can't just like stand far away and avoid it. But yeah, I think I won't figure that out right now. I actually think I have to call the stream in a second here just because he didn't like land on top of him there. Oh, I know why. It's because the acceleration is too low. Should probably yeah. Yeah, I think actually at this point I'm gonna have to stop the stream because it's been like 2.5 hours actually. But yeah, this is really fun. The ending, like the boss is still super rough and work in progress. Like you can't kill it. It doesn't hurt you yet. It doesn't have a sprite yet. But I mean, it's like it's a starting point, which is like as much as I expected to get done on a stream today. And yeah, I'm not used to coding this way without C# enumerators, so that's kind of hacky right now. I want to sort out a better system for that, so I'll probably do that and modify the code a bit. But yeah, that's feeling cool. I like that. Yeah. How often do you stream? Right now I've just been streaming once a week, and I can't stream next weekend, so it might be like 2 weeks before I stream again, unless I can find an opportunity to somewhere on a weekday. But yeah, right now it's been once a week on Sundays. I might start streaming like on the occasional evening, on like a random like Wednesday evening or something, but we'll see. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. This is really fun. Yeah, thanks for the questions and everything. Cool. Okay. I will see you all later. Yeah.